From the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure wave of the controller character, we have Blue Marvel or Adam Brashear. So instead of taking an interest on another Iron Man figure, I instead purchased this action figure because I was taking a look at the lineup and I'm very familiar with the rest of the characters except for Blue Marvel. So I did some research and I was really amazed at the storyline of this character. So instead of another Iron Man figure, I converted my interest to Blue Marvel. So let's examine the contents of our purchase. So we have the Blue Marvel figure, a Build-A-Figure piece of the controller, some hand effects for the figure, and an extra pair of hand set. Okay, so let's briefly discuss the articulation points of this action figure. So for the head area, we have a ball and a hinge on the neck. So with regards to articulation of the head, this is a really nicely articulated head. So moving towards the body, we have a diaphragm cut for bending forwards and bending backwards. We also have a cut on the waistline for rotation of the waistline. The belt on this action figure is a separate piece. So moving towards the leg, we have a cut on the thigh for rotation of the thigh. We have 2 points of articulation for the knee and they are pinned. As for the shin area, we have a cut on the shin for rotation of the boot. And for the foot, we have this, a swivel and a rocker system. Moving towards the arm area, we have a cut on the bicep for rotation of the bicep. 2 points of articulation for the elbow area and they are pinned. We have a hinge and rotation for the hands. Now the arms, because we don't have any accessory piece or a cape of some kind, we don't have that. So rotation of the arm is nice and free. So that is the quick articulation points of this figure. So let's do a visual 360 of the overall or basic look of this action figure or character. This is how the figure looks without the jacket on, and we also have the hand effects on the figure. So let's do a visual 360. So part of the appeal of this action figure is when you see it in person is its simplicity. So actually my first impulse when I saw this action figure was that this is a figure that I could really purchase for future custom work. So I have a spare head and a spare body to work with. But eventually later on when I got home or actually just in the car when after purchasing this action figure, I did some research and I was really amazed at how powerful and really brilliant this guy is. So I guess he's more than Tony Stark, more than Superman, more than Hyperion, and wow, really good read. So immediately when I went home, so I did open the computer and I read a lot about this character. So sworn to secrecy, he swore an oath to John F. Kennedy. Wow, that was really a nice story. So this is how he looks after he resurfaced again as a superhero. But before he signed that code of secrecy or pact of secrecy with the president, he had a superhero look, a full-on cape and a mask. So we could still possibly replicate that thing, because when you take a look at the back of the figure, we still have a hole on the back. So if you have any spares of figures like this, wherein we have our white cape and a figure that could possibly still have a spare boot, a white boot, I guess those upgrades to this unit is going to really hyper this figure up to superhero level. So let's do it, or possibly try it. So let's do a visual 360 of the updated version, my personal version of Blue Marvel. So we just borrowed the cape and the boot from other Marvel Legends action figure. So the boot, the white boot, is going to come from this guy, and the cape is going to come from this guy. So a little bit of color flare, and actually the black boots made this figure really drab, even the inclusion of the jacket. If they would have given us some kind of this version, the one with the cape and the mask, this figure is really going to shine. But anyway, if you have extras of those figures that I mentioned, you could possibly upgrade your personal copy of Blue Marvel to look this way. So if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and see you on the next action figure review.